Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving headfirst into a topic that's often whispered about behind closed doors but rarely fully exposed: the shadowy world of football qualifiers, where the stakes are incredibly high. And sometimes, the game isn't just played on the pitch. I'm talking about the alleged dirty tricks employed by some of the wealthiest and most influential nations in football, specifically Saudi Arabia and Qatar. For years I've followed the beautiful game with a passion that borders on obsession, and while I love the skill and the drama, there's an undeniable undercurrent of suspicion that often surrounds certain matches, especially during those nail-biting qualification campaigns. It's about more than just a bad referee call or a lucky bounce. Sometimes it feels like the entire system is being manipulated, and that's exactly what we're going to explore today. We're going to pull back the curtain on some of the most persistent and concerning allegations surrounding how these powerful nations might have tilted the playing field in their favor during crucial qualifying tournaments. This isn't just idle gossip or internet rumors. I've spent countless hours researching reports from reputable journalists, former officials, and even players who have spoken out about what they've witnessed or experienced. We'll be looking at patterns of behavior, specific incidents that raised eyebrows, and the broader context of power and influence within global football. My goal here is to present a comprehensive picture of these claims, allowing you to draw your own conclusions about whether fair play truly reigns supreme in every corner of the footballing world. So buckle up, because this is going to be a deep dive into the less glamorous side of international football, where national pride, immense financial investment, and political leverage can sometimes overshadow the spirit of the game itself. We're talking about everything from alleged referee manipulation to creating unfair logistical nightmares for opposing teams, and even questions around player eligibility. This is a long one, so grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into it. First, let's set the stage a little bit and understand why nations would even consider resorting to such tactics. The prestige of qualifying for a major tournament like the FIFA World Cup or the AFC Asian Cup is absolutely immense. It's not just about sports, it's about national identity, global recognition, and a massive boost to tourism and the economy. For countries like Saudi Arabia and Qatar, which have invested billions into sport as a form of soft power and international diplomacy, success on the football field is paramount. This intense pressure to succeed creates an environment where some might be tempted to push the boundaries of fair play or even outright break the rules. The Asian Football Confederation, or AFC, where both Saudi Arabia and Qatar wield significant influence, has often been a hotbed of controversy and allegations of corruption. Historically, there have been numerous instances where the integrity of matches or administrative decisions within the AFC has been called into question. This background is crucial because it provides a fertile ground for the kinds of alleged dirty tricks we're going to discuss today. When the governing body itself faces scrutiny, it becomes easier for powerful member associations to operate with less oversight. Now let's start by looking at Saudi Arabia, a nation with a rich footballing history and a consistent presence on the international stage. Their journey through qualifiers has often been marked by dramatic moments, but also by persistent whispers of unfair advantages. One of the most common and damaging allegations against Saudi Arabia revolves around the manipulation of refereeing decisions. I've heard countless stories and read numerous reports suggesting that officials in crucial matches involving Saudi Arabia have made highly questionable calls that consistently favored the home side. Think about it: a penalty awarded for a phantom foul in the dying minutes, or a perfectly legitimate goal disallowed for an offside that simply wasn't there. These are the kinds of moments that can completely swing a match and ultimately a qualification campaign. While human error is always a factor, the sheer frequency and one-sided nature of some of these controversial decisions have led many to believe there's something more sinister at play. It's not just one bad call, it's a pattern that emerges over years and across different tournaments. Another alleged tactic is the creation of a deliberately hostile or disadvantageous environment for visiting teams. I've heard tales of teams arriving in Saudi Arabia for crucial qualifiers only to find their training facilities to be substandard, their hotel rooms to be less than ideal, or even their travel arrangements mysteriously complicated. Imagine flying for hours across continents only to be met with a series of logistical hurdles designed to wear you down before you even step onto the pitch. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they are psychological warfare designed to sap the energy and focus of the opposition. Furthermore, there have been allegations regarding the scheduling of matches. Sometimes I've seen situations where Saudi Arabia seems to get a disproportionate number of home games at crucial junctures, or matches are scheduled at times that are particularly inconvenient for their opponents. While some of this can be attributed to legitimate factors, the consistent pattern raises questions about whether influence is being exerted behind the scenes to gain an unfair advantage. Every small edge counts in these high-stakes games. Moving on to Qatar, a nation that has rapidly ascended the ranks of global football powerhouses, particularly after securing the rights to host the 2022 World Cup. Their rise has been nothing short of meteoric, but it has also been plagued by a constant stream of controversy and allegations of unethical behavior. The most prominent of these, of course, relates to the World Cup bid itself, with widespread reports and investigations detailing alleged bribery and corruption. While that's a separate issue, it sets a concerning precedent for how Qatar operates within the footballing ecosystem. When it comes to qualifiers specifically, Qatar has faced scrutiny for its aggressive naturalization policy. I've seen numerous instances where players with little to no prior connection to Qatar suddenly appear in their national squad, having been granted citizenship at an astonishing pace. While naturalization is technically allowed by FIFA rules, the sheer volume and often questionable eligibility of some of these players have led to accusations that Qatar is essentially buying a national team rather than developing one organically. This directly impacts qualifiers by allowing them to field a significantly stronger team than they would otherwise have. Similar to Saudi Arabia, Qatar has also faced allegations of influencing refereeing decisions during their qualification campaigns. With their immense financial resources and growing influence within the AFC, it's not difficult to imagine how subtle or not so subtle pressure could be applied to officials. I've watched matches where calls against Qatar seemed incredibly rare while their opponents were often penalized for minor infringements, creating a distinct imbalance in the flow of the game. These are the moments that leave a sour taste in the mouth of any true football fan. The logistical advantages for Qatar as a host nation for many AFC events and with their state-of-the-art facilities are also undeniable. While these facilities are impressive, they can also be weaponized. Visiting teams might find themselves training in less optimal conditions, or housed in hotels that are perfectly adequate but strategically less comfortable than what the home team enjoys. It's all about creating small disadvantages that accumulate over time, especially when teams are already fatigued from travel. Moreover, the narrative around Qatar's footballing success is often tightly controlled by state-backed media. I've observed how controversies are often downplayed or dismissed while any positive developments are amplified, creating a carefully curated image of their footballing journey. This control over information can make it difficult for external scrutiny to gain traction and for allegations to be thoroughly investigated. It creates a bubble where dissenting voices struggle to be heard. The impact of these alleged dirty tricks extends far beyond just a single match or a single qualification campaign. It fundamentally undermines the integrity of the sport that we all love. When smaller nations with fewer resources and less political clout are consistently disadvantaged, it creates an uneven playing field where merit and talent take a backseat to influence and manipulation. I believe that every team, regardless of their country's wealth or power, deserves an equal and fair chance to compete. The disillusionment among fans is another significant consequence. When supporters start to suspect that matches are being fixed or outcomes are predetermined, it erodes their faith in the game. Why invest so much emotional energy if the results are being influenced by factors off the pitch? It transforms the beautiful game into a cynical exercise in power and money, which is a truly tragic outcome for a sport that unites billions around the world. And what about the role of FIFA and the AFC in all of this? I often wonder if these governing bodies are doing enough to police these issues, or if they themselves are susceptible to the influence of powerful member associations. The perception of corruption within these organizations only exacerbates the problem, making it harder for genuine complaints to be heard and acted upon. There's a desperate need for greater transparency and accountability at every level of football governance. I've seen countless examples of how these alleged tactics can crush the dreams of smaller nations. Imagine a team from a developing country working tirelessly for years, overcoming incredible odds, only to have their World Cup dream snatched away by a dubious penalty or a strategically timed logistical error. It's heartbreaking, and it speaks to a fundamental injustice within the global football system. These are not just abstract concepts, they are real human stories of effort and sacrifice being undermined. The psychological toll on players and coaches from opposing teams must also be immense. Constantly battling not just the opponent on the field, but also the feeling that the entire system is stacked against you can be incredibly draining. It forces them to question whether their hard work truly matters when external forces might be at play. This kind of environment can breed cynicism and resentment, which is the antithesis of sportsmanship. Ultimately, what I want to emphasize is that these aren't just isolated incidents. When you look at the patterns, the recurring themes, and the sheer volume of allegations against both Saudi Arabia and Qatar over the years, it paints a concerning picture. It suggests a systemic approach to gaining an unfair advantage rather than just a few unfortunate coincidences. This is why it's so important for us to talk about it openly and demand better. So where do we go from here? I believe that true change will only come through increased scrutiny, independent investigations, and a genuine commitment from FIFA and the AFC to uphold the principles of fair play. We need stronger regulations, more transparent processes for referee appointments, and a willingness to sanction powerful nations when evidence of wrongdoing emerges. The beautiful game deserves nothing less than complete integrity. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this incredibly long and detailed discussion. It's a heavy topic, but one that I feel is crucial for the health of football. I hope this deep dive has given you some valuable insights into the alleged dirty tricks employed by Saudi Arabia and Qatar in qualifiers. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you witnessed similar patterns, or do you have experiences to share? I'm really keen to hear what you think. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep loving the beautiful game, but always question what's happening behind the scenes. See ya!